guys. Oh, it's a giant. It's a giant. It's a monster. Oh my gosh, look at that fish. What is going on, guys? My name is Aaron and welcome back to the channel. Today we are at my favorite little trophy lake, also known as Lake Whoa. Come on, guys, I know we're close, but we're not that close. No, but in all seriousness, we're at my favorite trophy lake today. Drove 2 hours, only have 4 hours to fish, so 4 hours of driving and 4 hours of fishing. Without further ado, let's get on the water. We're gonna be tossing some big swim baits around. We're gonna be tossing the jig around. You guys know, last time I was here, caught my personal best. Also caught my personal best here last year. So this lake is sick. Cannot wait to get on the water. But before we do that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. I really appreciate it, and much more great content to come. Let's get on the water. All right, guys, you already know what we're starting off with. Gonna go with a little mag draft action. I'm not being stubborn this time. I have it on the beast hook. This lake has a ton of brush and overhanging trees. Last time I was extremely stubborn and I had on that exposed hook and I had to blow up a bunch of really good spots because of it. So no more. Today we got on that beast hook. Got it on a 7.6 Dobbins Champion XP. It's a heavy rod. Can get here and toss this on some points while we get some low light conditions. And remember, with these big swim baits, pull up on the side of the point. Don't sit in deep water and cast it to shallow. Sit in shallow water on the side, cast it over the top of the point. A lot of times what happens, guys, is this fish won't pull up until a little bit later. So I'm seeing fish out here under me in 10 foot. They're probably gonna wait once the sun comes up, once it gets a little bit warmer, then they'll move up in there. Got one, guys. Oh, it's a giant. 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 It's a monster. It's an absolute unit, guys. It's a giant, guys. Oh my gosh, look at that fish. It's a giant, guys. It's a giant. It's shaking really hard. Key is, guys, not to freak out. Take your time. Take your time. Gosh, what a monster. Come on here, baby. Come on here, baby. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, oh gosh. Oh, what a tank. What a tank, guys. That barely kissed the jig. Perfectly hooked. What can we say, guys? What can we say, guys? Check her out. A good, 7-pounder. Possibly a citation. Beautiful colors. All right, that's good. You guys know the drill. Weight, length, all that good stuff. I would say 6 3/4, and I don't think it's a citation. I don't think it's quite long enough, but we'll get the measurements on her and we'll double check here. Great way to start the morning, guys. Pig on a jig. All right, let's see what we got here. Pig on a jig. Started off right. Yeah, I'd say she's probably 6.5 to 6 3/4. Let's see what we got. Really? All right. 7.35. 735. Check it out, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Let us get a length on her. See if we got a VA citation on our hands. She's very close, that's for sure. I just don't know, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. We do not. We do not, guys. Not quite there. Let's see. She is 21 1/4. All right, not quite a citation, but man, what a beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous fish. All right. Another look at her before we get a release. 20 minutes in. Call that a good morning so far. Check it out. Great fish. Over 7-pounder. Not quite a citation, but man, she is healthy. Woo! All right, girl. See you later. All right, guys, that is sweet. 7-pounder to start off the morning. That's how we like to do it. Flipping the jig around. See if we can do it again. 7-pounder already. See if we can get us a bag today, guys. See if we can get us a bag today. Like I said, the key with those big fish is you gotta play them out. You cannot try to power them in. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. You're just along for the ride. Be sure your drag's set right. When they get to the boat, again, don't try to power them in. If they're gonna run, let them run. Make sure your drag's set right or you know how to thumb drag them. Whew, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right. All right. So I'll show you guys the jig here in a second. They're just built like that in this lake. Plenty of bait for them to go around and eat. They're just built like monsters. And the jig I'm throwing, guys, is I'm throwing an Eco Pro tungsten jig. I always prefer tungsten over lead. These are really nice because they have a trocar hook in them, so a really good quality hook. And I have a 6-inch stroker crawl in the back. These are really good jig trailers because they're really durable. For a jig color, I always like PB&J. If you're gonna buy one color, that's the color I recommend. Right now the water's pretty clear, so that's why I have a green pumpkin trailer on the back of it. Excellent fish. Thick as can be. Let's get a 24-incher like that. And obviously we started off throwing the swim bait, but since I got that bite, I know to slow down. Work this bank with my jig. No need to rush. Only have 4 hours to fish, but again, we've already caught one here, so just take it nice and slow. And I always talk about fishing in conditions, so it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I wanted to come out here and throw that mag draft, but no cloud, no winds. I just knew, hey, mag draft might be better later in the day, but right now we're gonna need to stick with something a little bit slower moving, something a little bit more subtle. Another one, guys. Another one, the jig. A good one. Not quite as good as the last one, but it's not a bad one. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This must be the male that was up there. One of the males that was up there. Solid guy. Little 2-pounder. Let's get a quick length and weight real quickly. Got 255. 255. Okay, and quick length. 16 and a half. 255, 16 and a half. There he goes. Let's keep going. They're liking the jig, guys. Love catching them on a jig too, so I'm fine with that. All right, guys, we will be back to this little bank line. See if they reloaded later. Gonna try to put some more 4s and 5s in the boat. Try to get our best bag ever today. Obviously having that great start helps. Sun's gonna come up. The bite should be peaking today, maybe around 11. It's kind of based on moon cycles, so moon cycles can be hit or miss, you know, it doesn't really mean too much. But I think as the sun comes up, our jig bite will get even better. At least that's what I'm hoping. And guys, like I said, I'm using the Stroker Crawl 3.3 Green Pumpkin. These are excellent baits because they're so durable. A lot of your soft plastics out there are not very durable. Bandito bug comes to mind, and that's actually one that I really like to use as a bandito bug, so I'm not hating on it. It's a really good Texas rig bait, but at the same time, when you're fishing a jig, you want something a little bit more durable, and these Stroker Crawls really get the job done. And like I've told you guys time and time again, when it comes to finding those really big pre-spawn and spawning fish, you always want to fish in the spawning pockets on the north side near deep water. Now, not every spawning pocket is going to have that, but if those things set up for you right, you're going to find the big fish. Those big fish always like deep water access. So when it comes to finding those giant pre-spawn and spawning bass, just remember, go to the spawning pockets, go to the north side because that's blocked from the cold north wind, and look for those spots near deep water, and you're most likely going to find those big fish on your lake. Again, Eco Pro tungsten jig. I like a 1/2 ounce Stroker Crawl. A lot of you guys know how to do this, but just thread it on there till it starts to bend. Get it through. It's got a really good keeper on there. It works really well. Boom. So right there, it's the money maker. All right, everybody, so a little midday update. You all saw those 2 fish we caught this morning, the 1 over 7 pounder and the 1 2.5 pounder. Excellent start to the morning. Couldn't have asked for anything better, but it has been an absolute grind since then. There's not much of a breeze on the water right now, and there's not a single cloud in the sky. So I'm gonna try something a little bit more finessey. I'm still gonna keep the jig tied on and throw that around a little bit, but I'm gonna put on a bandito bug on a little bit smaller weight. So I'm gonna go as finesse as I can when I'm power fishing and as finesse as I can when I slow down. Obviously, I could go to a wacky rig, a drop shot, and a Ned rig, and I might have to do that, but I wanna stick with the little bit bigger lures. We still have 2 hours to go, so I'm gonna go back and fish the other places where I've been, and I'm especially gonna focus on this pocket where I caught those 2 fish. And let's see if we can't land a couple more fish, guys. You see how they're built here right now? If we can get a 24 or 25 incher that was built the exact same way as that 7 pounder, we're gonna have a 10 pounder on hand. So we're gonna keep fishing. Stick with me, guys. Well, we got our breeze. I'm gonna get a little wild and for this mag draft a little bit more. All right, guys, last 2 hours. Let's make something happen. We're gonna move pretty quickly until we get to the spot where we caught those fish over there in that pocket, then we're really gonna slow down. Nice. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Right under the boat, too. Let's go, baby. All right. It's been a minute. Got another one, guys. Check it out. Like a post spawner, post spawn female out there on that point feeding up. Crazy, it's the first week of April and we got post spawners out here, but nice fish. Probably about a 3 pounder. Let's get a weight on her real quick. Let's say 2 3/4, pushing 3. Let's see what the scale says though. Three five, guys. All right, let's get a little length on her real quick. 3.5, probably 18.5 is my guess. Don't you do it. Oh, 19 with the busted up tail. All right, guys, solid 3.5. Post spawn. See you, girl. So we are first week of April and we got post spawners out here. I was working that mag giraffe really slow, so that kind of gives me a hint on what I need to do. I think I've been working everything, crankbait, everything a little bit too fast, so slow down a little bit with the mag draft here. She was out pretty deep, probably like 8 feet, and that's kind of what I was thinking earlier. You know, I was fishing pretty shallow, and I'm sure there's fish on beds up there, but right now it just seems like the active ones are out a little bit deeper. I'm sure there's a lot of fish on beds around here right now. Number three. Still got about an hour and a half, so work this spot a little bit longer. See if we can't pull out a couple more, guys. Again, same thing I've been telling you guys, casting across the point. Not sitting out deep and casting up shallow. Sitting shallow and being sure you cast across that point. It's very important. There we go, guys. There we go. With a bite. Oh, wow, she's angry. She is angry. She's angry. She's angry. Pretty strong. I think it's that big. I mean, it's like a 3-pounder, but. Oh, a little bit bigger than a 3, not much. That was my fault, guys. That was my fault, guys. Got a little too antsy with the net. My bad, guys, my bad. Dang it, we needed that fish. We needed that fish, guys. It's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Probably about a 3.5, 4-pounder. Hey, at least we got some action. Oh gosh. Was not losing that one, guys. Was not losing that one. Number 4. Nothing special, but number 4. Small half there. One 8. Still got about 40 minutes, guys. Not doing too bad. 1 8 and 15.25, we'll call them. All right, guys. So, woo! One we need to cull. Get the 5th fish. Not doing too bad. Ah, man, missing that 3.5 or 4 hurts me really bad right now, guys. It hurts bad, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh, that wind's picking up. Man, it's gonna be like the perfect fishing weather right now, guys. Absolutely perfect fishing weather right now. All right, guys, whip it back around. Fish it the other way real quick down here, back to our pocket, and we are out of here. We are out of here. All right, so that is going to conclude the fishing for today. So blessed to be able to come out here and do what I love. Shout out to you guys who are still tuned in to the end of the video. That means a whole lot to me. That really helps on YouTube, so I greatly appreciate it. And special shout out to my wife. She actually scheduled a sitter today so I could come out here and do what I love. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, each time I get off the water, I like to do a recap of what I did right and what I did wrong. So not only can I learn from it, but you guys can also learn from my mistakes as well. So what went right today? Obviously, we came out here, we had a game plan. We knew there wasn't gonna be much wind on the water, and we knew we were gonna have bluebird skies. So we had that jig tied on, came right out of the gate and caught that 7-pounder. Awesome fish, awesome time. Kept the jig in our hands for a little bit longer and ended up catching 4 out of our 5 bass on the jig itself. Now those are the things that went right, and they went very right, but what went wrong today? I strayed away from the jig a little bit after I talked to you guys on the 2-hour challenge. I wanted to test the bandito bug out, and then I ended up throwing the mag draft around. Now we did get a bite on the mag draft, and it was a pretty good fish, but I think that kind of suckered me in. It took me away from the jig bite a little bit. I wish I would have fished that a little bit more, because that seemed to be the most effective lure. The other thing that went wrong was I lost that fish that was about 3.5 to 4 pounds. That really would have took our weight limit up as well as our length limit. The reason I lost that fish was I was getting a little bit too excited. I took my hand off the reel too much and was trying to net her too quickly. Whenever you guys have those big fish on, be sure you play them out. You don't want to drag them right to the net. What happened was she actually popped out of the water and head shook, which threw the bait, The reason that happened is I didn't have my hand on the reel to keep the tension there. If I would have kept the tension there and tried to keep her down, most likely that would not have happened and we would have landed her. But it's okay. We did land the big one. That always makes up for losing a little bit smaller one. But at the end of the day, when I hook a fish, I always try to get in the net. But like I said, guys, great day. Thank you all so much for coming along with me. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Liking and commenting really helps the channel grow as well. So I appreciate any time you guys leave any comment, no matter what it's regarding to. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for tuning into the video, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one.